Several Arkansans gathered today to speak against the war in Ukraine. Coming up, more on their message. Plus, dozens of people in Washington County gathered to show their opposition to the new LEARNS bill. What people there had to say. The news where you live starts now.
Covering news where you live. This is 5 News at 10.
Hey, good evening. Thank you so much for joining us tonight at 10. I'm Micah Wilson here with meteorologist Stephen Elmore. Stephen, we had a gloomy day, but this is only foreshadowing what's to come tomorrow when we get the possibility of some severe storms in here.
Yeah, the thing to remember heading into tomorrow is that these severe storms potentially are not going to be coming till late tomorrow night. Throughout most of the day tomorrow, you're going to see scattered showers. It's going to be wet and rainy, but overnight hours is when we're going to see the potential for some severe weather. Today, that's up in a little bit.
All right, Stephen, thank you. While we are dealing with the possibility of some severe storms here at home, man, the West Coast, they are dealing with a powerful winter storm with flooding and frigid temperatures focused on Southern California. Meanwhile, blizzard warnings continue in California's mountains and flood advisories blanket the region. Now, CBS's Christian Benavides reports.
CBS News.
Now, hundreds of flights at airports across the country were canceled, and the storm temporarily shut down miles of major highways in California, Oregon, and Nevada. Now to this. Yesterday marked 1 year since Russia invaded Ukraine. Now, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky commemorated the war's anniversary with a memorial in the capital city of Kyiv, honoring soldiers and relatives of those killed. Zelensky says that 2023 will be the year of Ukraine's victory, telling troops, quote, "You decide whether Ukraine is going to exist." The U.S. announced a new $2 billion assistance security package. Now, this includes more ammunition and small high-tech drones, as well as another round of sanctions on Russian companies, banks, and even people. And here at home, several people gathered in Fayetteville to speak against the war in Ukraine. This morning, the Arkansas Nonviolence Alliance held a peace protest. Now, it was held at the Washington County Courthouse there in Fayetteville. The protest was meant to mark the 1-year anniversary of the Russian invasion of Ukraine and the 9-year anniversary of the Ukraine conflict. The peace protest called for no nuclear war and no more proxy war with Russia and Ukraine. Now, people who attended the event tell us why they are protesting.
It's in Russia.
Now, they say they were out there calling for an immediate ceasefire and peace negotiations to stop the mass killings on both sides. To this now, hundreds filled the Fayetteville Town Center this afternoon to support Black-owned businesses during the Black Business Expo. And 5 News reporter Rachel Williams joins us. She was at the expo and tells us the story of 2 sisters and their nonprofits who are making a difference in the community. Rachel.
This 5 News.
All right, Rachel, thank you. Love that for them and the community. Well, only a few days after his release, Cesar Acosta and his newlywed wife hosted an awareness event in Springdale. Now, you may remember we first told you about the newlyweds on Monday. The two were separated after their destination wedding in Mexico. Acosta was arrested and detained by Customs and Border Protection on Valentine's Day. All of this on a misdemeanor that his wife says was resolved 10 years ago. Now, instead of hosting a fundraiser for his relief, they instead celebrated his long-awaited arrival with friends and family, food, music, raffles, games, and even more. But more importantly, the newlyweds say they look to spread awareness for those that could be in similar situations.
Most of the people that are.
Now, the couple thanks their family, friends, and the community for their support. And Cesar says it could have been months or even years before his release. Yet, it is because of everyone's efforts that everything moves so fast and that he's finally here with his wife. Well, dozens gathered outside the Washington County Courthouse in opposition to Senate Bill 249, which is also known as the LEARNS Act. Now, what you're looking at right now is video from the rally, which started at 4 and ended at around 6. The rally was organized by Northwest Arkansas Young Democrats. Fayetteville Senator Greg Leding, you can see him right here, and activist Derek Van Vogt spoke at today's rally, along with a few educators who say they agree with parts of this bill, but not all of it. Now, the LEARNS Act covers a few different topics, including school school choice, school safety, and teacher pay. Some educators say they would like to see a salary increase for support staff included in the bill, and they don't like the idea of the school choice program, saying that it will cut funding for public schools. But the senator who filed this bill says that's not the case.
Even though it's not fit all.
Now, the LEARN Act is now headed to the House after it passed in the Senate this week. Well, Fayetteville nonprofit organizations could be getting some funding through the American Rescue Plan. This week, the City Council approved $1 million in funding. So starting on Monday, nonprofits that experienced any negative economic impacts due to the pandemic are able to apply. The deadline to apply is March 10th. And this morning, several people came out to Fayetteville for the Sign Speak Run race today. It's a 5K and 1 mile fun run that is held annually at Lake Fayetteville. Now, this all started at the Veterans Memorial Park. And the best part of this is all the money for the run goes toward Arkansas Hands and Voices programs. Now, that is a program that works with people in Arkansas who may be deaf or hard of hearing. Now, we did speak with some people at the event who tell us why this is so important.
It can be a little helpful.
Now, Arkansas Hands and Voices will also be hosting a Zoo Day in Little Rock. That's in April. But wait, there's more. They will also host a back-to-school bash in August before the start of the school year. Still ahead on your 5 News at 10, a museum opening in Dallas is honoring Black women. Coming up, a look at how they are doing just that.
And potential.
Hey, welcome back. Black History is being made 365, and tonight we are getting an inside look at a new museum opening in Dallas, Texas. Now, the Black Girl Magic Museum is set to open next weekend, and Alexis Rain writes she sat down with the owner who explains why she created this space to honor Black women. All right, we are now taking a look outside in Fort Smith along Rogers Avenue. We want to check in with meteorologist Stephen Elmore for a look at the forecast because we are going to experience some warm days ahead. But before we get to that, we have to get past this threat of severe weather.
Yeah, that threat for severe weather.
I am loving Monday and Tuesday from the sunny skies or sunny sun.
Sunny skies.
Sunny skies. I said it correct. I'm sorry, y'all. And then the warmer temperatures. That's something we can all get behind, but we just got to make it past that yellow weather alert day tomorrow.
Yeah, yellow weather alert day heading into tomorrow. And again, it's not for the rain that's coming for the middle of the day. It's for the potential for some severe weather heading into the overnight hours tomorrow.
So it looks like I'll be getting a good night's sleep while you'll be up.
Yes, they are.
So I guess it's punishment for me having to work with you every weekend. Well, stay ahead on your 5 News. Today was a busy one for Arkansas athletics with baseball, basketball, track and field, as well as softball, all in action today, plus high school regional tournament semifinal games. All of the highlights next in sports.